Top attractions in Yokohama: Kannai Bashamichi District. The Minato-Mirai District, the symbol of current Yokohama, is a newly developed area based on recent urban planning. By contrast, the Kannai Bashamichi area is the historic center of Yokohama. Built on Western urban design concepts, there are many historic buildings remaining there. Today, it's also filled with government offices and companies, and is becoming a city where high city and modernity coexist, blending historic and modern landscapes. Digital Japan Guide explains the why of the Kannai Bashamichi District in 5 minutes. Subscribe and travel smarter. When Yokohama Port first opened, the Edo shogunate did not allow foreigners to travel freely within Japan. They also limited where foreigners could live and required them to live in specific areas, which are now known as the Kannai area. A major fire in 1866 destroyed a large part of Yokohama, including the foreign settlement. Subsequently, foreigners demanded safer and more functional urban development based on Western-style urban planning. The shogunate accepted their request and decided to develop a fire-resistant city equipped with a modern urban infrastructure under the guidance of British engineer Richard Brunton and others. This redevelopment adopted a grid-like road design and the use of highly fire-resistant bricks, dramatically transforming the urban landscape of Yokohama, especially the Kannai and Bashamichi areas. Furthermore, the Western urban design concept of creating parks within cities was also adopted, and in 1876, a park was developed and opened to the public. This is how the present-day Yokohama Park was built. The idea of creating a green space in the center of a city was unfamiliar in Japan at the time, and it became one of the facilities that symbolized Yokohama's early modernization. At the same time, Nihon-odori was constructed as a wide road, which was rare in Japan at the time, in order to prevent the spread of fires. It also served as the boundary between the foreign settlement and the Japanese town. In addition, trees were planted along the road, marking the first tree-lined avenue in Japan. The street now known as Bashamichi was also developed as part of the urban development plan following the Great Fire of 1866. Designed as a main road in the center of Yokohama, a wide road was secured intending for horse-drawn carriages, as its name suggests. Furthermore, in 1872, Japan's first gas lamps were installed, introducing the groundbreaking modern technology of night lighting. This reflected Western urban planning ideas that sought to increase urban safety and convenience. The current common gas-style streetlights originated from this historical background. In addition, Japan's first ice cream shop opened in this area in 1879, making Bashamichi and the Kannai area a symbolic stage for the acceptance of Western culture and urban modernization. In this way, the Kannai Bashamichi area was originally developed as a foreign settlement. It was the first town in Japan designed based on a full-scale urban plan by foreign engineers, and its orderly streets and modern facilities were shocking and impressive to the Japanese people of the time. Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 caused extensive damage to the greater Tokyo area, and many buildings in Yokohama collapsed. However, after the earthquake, a new urban infrastructure was built while preserving the design of the historic streets, and the area once again regained its presence as the core of Yokohama, combining history with modern urban functions. Rebuilt on the site of offices destroyed by the 1923 earthquake, it exemplifies the imposing architectural style of the early Showa era. Miraculously spared from air raid damage during World War II, it still retains its original appearance. More than an administrative facility, it is highly valued in the history of modern architecture and remains in official use. In 2019, it was designated an important cultural property. Reconstructed in 1934 after the original collapsed in 1923, the building is distinguished by its domed Queen's Tower. one of the three towers of Yokohama. It continues to function as a customs facility, and the first floor houses a public exhibition on the history and role of customs. After the war in 1945, it was requisitioned by the U.S. military and used as the headquarters of the U.S. 8th Army. Built in 1917 to mark the 50th anniversary of the port's opening, it was funded by citizen donations, embodying civic pride and Yokohama's identity as an international city. Destroyed in the 1923 earthquake, it was faithfully rebuilt in 1927. From 1945, it was requisitioned for 13 years and used as a soldier's cinema. After its return, it again served the public and remains a beloved cultural hub. It is now designated an important cultural property. This museum covers Yokohama's history from the Edo through Showa periods, focusing on Japan's opening and the port's inauguration. Exhibits trace the start of foreign trade, the formation of the foreign settlement, and changes in daily life as the city developed. It stands on the very site where the 1954 Japan-US Treaty of Peace and Amity was concluded. The grounds also preserve the former British consulate building, in use until 1972, which conveys the atmosphere of international exchange at the time. This museum documents the growth of Japan's modern shipping industry and the history of Nippon Yusen, for which Yokohama has been a key base. The present building, erected in 1936 as the Yokohama branch, survived wartime air raids and remained in use long afterward. It has been open to the public as a museum since 2003. Exhibits cover NYK's international routes, passenger cargo liners, and seafarers' lives, tracing the story of Japanese shipping and global exchange. Moored nearby in Yokohama Port, the Hikawa Maru is an actual passenger ship once operated by NYK. Beginning in 1930, it served as a regular Trans-U Pacific liner.